Boy Meets World.
Oh my gosh, Boy Meets World.
It was showing you how to go through life, the issues that you're going to go through, teaching you life lessons.
My favorite character was her friend Kim, because Kim was sassy, man.
Yeah.
Kim.
Favorite episode. Oh, these are hard for me. Games are hard for me.
In this episode, we are playing a game of rapid fire. We're going to be asking each other 90s TV shows, and we're going to ask 3 questions. Number 1 is what the show was about in 1 sentence. Number 2, do you remember a favorite character, or did you have a favorite character? And number 3, what was your favorite episode from that? So follow us along. We're going to play a game of rapid fire, and let's see in the comments, what was your favorites? We're just curious. We just want to know. So let's go for it. I'll start.
Wait.
I start.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold
Called
up.
it.
Time out.
No,
Linda,
rock, paper, scissors.
Listen.
Rock, paper, scissors, one. What's
Wait. We
Okay.
are going to use our phones on this one. I don't know which ones he's going to ask me.
No,
you don't know which
she
ones
has
I'm going to
no
ask.
idea.
So,
This is
and I'm
gonna be
nervous
fun.
because there might be some that I've never seen before.
So you can actually just say pass,
Yeah.
or no. You just have to say I don't know. But then that just throws you back in the loop for one more.
Okay. You
All
ready?
right.
Rock, paper, scissors.
All right. Oh, it's one take.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, go. Oh. Man. Okay. All right.
All right. Here we go. Ooh, let's do 90210.
90210. Okay. What was the show about in 1 sentence? It was about a group of kids in high school, and they were just going through life.
Okay.
There we go.
who
And Beverly
was your
Hills
favorite?
90210.
Yes,
That
Beverly
area
Hills.
code. Huh?
So who was your favorite character?
My favorite character was Dylan. Why? Because Dylan was mysterious. He was,
Okay.
he was always like the ones people were chasing, but he didn't get too much into it because he had a past, so he had some type of secret. Or no, he didn't have a secret, did he? He was just mysterious.
Okay.
That's what it was. And
what was your favorite episode?
this, I don't know.
Not that
I don't
easy.
know. I don't know. I have no idea. 90210. Wow. I don't have a favorite episode. I really actually don't.
Okay. And truth be told, I really didn't watch 90210. So
I
that's why
did.
this game is going to be hard to me.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't watch it.
Wow.
All right.
Man, I got to pass. What was your guys' favorite episode? I'm just curious.
All right.
Yeah, all right, my turn. All right, so that was 1, right? We're going to go for, let's see.
I'm nervous. I got like the bubble.
Oh, man, this is a good one. Will and Grace.
Oh, I love Will and Grace.
I
Oh
know.
my God.
See,
Okay.
I made it easy for her.
Yes,
Made
I
it
love
easy.
Will and Grace.
Mhm.
I don't know all their names. I know Will and I know Grace.
But what is it about?
So Will and Grace was just like this, like a group of friends, kind of, I would say. They lived in an apartment. They just were going through life, like just different life, experiences. There was a gay guy. He was funny. So it really, to me, it brought like, that whole like gay and having a best friend who was a girl. It was just funny. I just loved them.
Okay. All right.
My favorite character on that show would have to be the sassy, like she worked in the office. I can't think of her name, but she was sassy and she was just always like giving Grace the business and putting her in her place. And she was rich and just funny. I liked her. And I also liked the other guy too. Her, not Will, but the other guy. I liked him.
Okay.
My favorite episode.
Jack.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, I love Jack.
Yeah.
Jack is so cool.
So we.
Jack.
All right.
One of my favorite episodes would have to be when Grace had gotten knocked up. She was pregnant and she didn't know who the father was. And, they were like, is it Will? Who is it? She was trying to figure out who the father was. No. Then I also like the episode where Jack had a son. And Jack's son came to visit him, and Jack didn't know he had a son. And Jack's son was like the spitting image of him and like musicals and all this other stuff. And he was trying to like kind of come out of who he was. The mom was like, they didn't want to hear that. They were like, no, that's not who you are, kind of thing. So I love Will and Grace.
All right. So man.
Okay,
Whatever.
my turn. All right. What about Moesha?
Oh, that was easy. All right. So Moesha, what was it about? Moesha was about, I don't know how old. I think she was in her teens or she was in
Yes.
college.
She was in a teen. She was in high school.
She was in high school, but then it transform until she was going to college. But anyway, Moesha was all about it was about a character and everything that circled around her in high school life, whether it's boyfriends, best friends, which was not Six. Six was one of her friends, right?
I don't know.
No,
Who died?
somewhere
Was
else.
that the guy who died?
Yeah, yes. Santana, he was one of her best friends. Then she had Kim or whatever I forgot.
Yes.
Yeah, so and that was a spinoff. But yeah, it was about a teenage girl and going through high school and everything that comes about of going through high school. And also I think they lived in LA, if I'm not mistaken.
So a middle class family too.
In a middle class family, yes, correct. My favorite character, it wasn't the brother. It wasn't the brother. My favorite character was her friend Kim, because Kim was sassy, man.
Yeah.
Kim was all about she gave people a business. What I really liked about Kim, she had a lot of self-esteem. I did like that about her, where it didn't matter how she looked, but she was always snappy, always telling people off, always letting people know, always letting the boys she liked know that she liked them, and she was always really ready to fight. She
Yeah.
was. My favorite episode. Wow. That's a good one. I think it was the one. Oh, it was one of the. I know there was a lot of episodes, but I would say my favorite list of episodes, string of episodes, is when Usher was on, and Usher was playing her boyfriend. I don't know if you remember
that.
Yeah, Usher was on. Usher was playing Moesha's boyfriend, and it was between him and Q, because it was
Oh,
Q,
Q,
and they were
yeah.
going back and forth. So it was. I can't just put it down to one. It was like that whole string when Usher was making guest appearances, and then he was in the picture, and then Q was in the picture, and she was battling between the two. I think that was cool. I like that part. So yeah.
And I think I relate to this because, like, my parents, when I first met you, they thought you were this bad boy. So kind of, I felt like I related to Moesha in that sense that my parents, like, Q was like the bad boy who they didn't
Yeah.
want Moesha to be around, and who turned out to be,
Yeah, because
Okay.
Q was Fair Joe Star from Onyx,
Yeah,
represent
sorry,
Queens.
yeah.
You know, just say all right,
All right, my turn.
Your turn. This is good.
Nervous.
This is good.
Okay, I'm nervous.
Okay, we are gonna go for. Oh man, I'm making this easy on her.
Okay.
This show aired in 1993 to 1999. It was called The Nanny. I'm making it easy for her. I'm making it easy.
Fran.
Yeah.
I like Fran.
Okay, so what was it about?
The Nanny was about this rich couple who, or not a rich couple, but a rich family who, the mom was in the picture. I don't know if she passed away or something like that, but then the nanny came in to help out, and she just basically helped them, through everyday life kind of thing. Of course, Fran was my favorite character. She was just bubbly and, quirky and trying to fit into this lifestyle that she wasn't accustomed to. And she dressed, not like the normal nanny would dress, with her little short skirts and tight outfits and stuff like that. One of my favorite episodes. This is hard.
It was some good stuff.
It's so long ago. Oh gosh. I don't know.
No.
Dang, favorite episode. Like, I can see all the episodes in my head, but I cannot like pick a favorite episode.
Yeah.
They were all just really fun.
They were really good. What I liked about the nanny was because she was from Jersey.
Yes.
So I like the fact. I think that was probably one of the original ones outside of like movies, like My Cousin Vinny and stuff like that, to where it had like that Jersey feel to the character to let everybody know, like, I'm from Jersey. And then they were all proper, and especially the dad was all proper, but she was always letting them know, like, can't forget about it and stuff like that. I think that was really cool.
Okay. One of my episodes was when she had the little girl dressed up like her, like the little girl dressed
Oh,
up
I
like
remember
Fran.
that, yeah.
And the dad was like, "What in the world?" You know?
Yeah.
She was going around talking like Fran and acting like Fran. So
She had the teased hair
Yes,
and everything. Yeah.
uh-huh.
Oh yeah. So
All right.
and the only reason I watched the nanny because you loved the nanny.
I loved
And
The
I was
Nanny.
like, we used to hang out. I'm like, do I really have to watch the nanny? I was like, okay, this is kind of funny. This is kind of funny. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Let's see. Boy Meets World.
Oh my gosh, Boy Meets World was like, listen. So again, if y'all don't know, Boy Meets World was kind of like the spinoff to the Wonder Years because that was Fred Savage's brother. Number one. Yeah, and you didn't know that. Ha.
I told
It was
you I'm
Ben
gonna be bad at
Savage.
this.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, Boy Meets World was really about it was for me because I think he was the exact same age I was, exactly what he was going through, but he was experiencing everything inside school, friends with that he had to just kind of like get along with and try to understand. Topanga, which is like his long standing friend, but turned out to be girlfriend, but they didn't really know how to like say they were boyfriend girlfriend until they start being boyfriend girlfriend in like the next years and stuff. But it was really just about adolescent boy going through adolescent life. That's what it is. And like that was kind of the same way Wonder Years was too, but it was just for my era because again he was going through exactly the same stages I was going through, so that's
even
why I liked
when they like graduated and went to college, I
Yeah.
felt like that was us.
That was us.
You know,
That
that was
was.
us.
Yep.
And like, you know, what was your favorite?
My
Who was your
favorite
favorite character?
Of course, my favorite character was I don't remember his name.
Oh, but he's your favorite.
I know. It was the main character. He was my favorite character because he is so funny. His curly hair reminded me of my friend Corbett because Corbett, when his hair grew out, was kind of curly. But they just remind me. They just like resemble each other. That's why I kind of like gravitated. I was like, man, you're just like Corbett. But I just liked him and everything that like how the way he approached things, like the funny looks that he would give to something, or him trying to be funny inside class, but it wasn't really playing in class because it was his name was Mr. Corey Matthews. There we go. I was trying to remember the guy's name because the principal, which was, I think, the teacher of his brother in the Wonder Years, I can't remember, but he was always say, Mr. Matthews is not really that funny. The principal, and then end up being his professor later on. He just always had a funny way of like getting under the professor's skin, but the professor also knew that like his kid had something, and let me just like kind of be there for him. So that's why I liked him. He was my favorite.
Favorite episode?
Favorite episode has to be when they him and Topanga finally like made it kind of official, and it was like, oh, this lead up. I was like, oh, they're finally about to say they're official. This is so cool. But I really like the fact that like Topanga wasn't exactly like all right. What I really liked about the show, it wasn't like it was a lustful thing between him and Topanga. It wasn't like showing like, hey, you have to lust after the girl that you like. It wasn't really like that. It was kind of like innocence. You know, it was really innocent. Even like Topanga, they didn't make her dress weird or anything like that. That came later. That came later. But during the whole show, it wasn't weird. Like when she showed up and like now like she's some type of sex interest. You know, it was never like that. That's why I really liked it. And I really like the fact of how they build up the time and they finally eventually made it official and just the things they used to do together. It was just like Fred Savage in the Wonder Years with Kevin and Winnie Cooper. It was exactly the same thing reincarnated or just remade for my generation.
Reinvented for us. Yeah. Would you let your kids watch it?
Boy Meets Girl, yes.
Okay.
Boy Meets Girl, yes.
I think that should be another question. Like, would our kids be able to watch it?
I know. Wonder Years, I would have to explain a lot because our kids probably be like, wait, shouldn't this be in black and white? Why is it so old? Why is he riding that bicycle as a banana seat? We have banana seats.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
That's true.
All right, so my turn. All right, so let's see.
I'm not good at games, so this is why this stresses me out.
No, that's good. That's a good thing. Oh, man, there's so many good ones. Let's see. I got one. All right.
I like the ooh.
I got one. This one is gonna be Full House.
Oh, okay.
This is 87 through 1995. That's when it ran. So
all right, Full House. Full House was about dad who lost his wife, and he was raising these three girls on his own, and then his friends / I don't know if they were cousins or something like that, but friends came to live with him and help raise the girls. And it was nothing weird about it. It wasn't like, you would think, oh, what's going on? It was just like they were all there trying to raise girls. So it's these guys raising girls. And it was just really cool. It was very wholesome. Again, it was showing you how to go through life, the issues that you're going to go through, teaching you life lessons, sibling rivalry or them not getting along, them getting along. Then there's the baby who everybody just loves and adores and she could do no wrong kind of thing. Michelle, yes.
Who was your favorite character?
Favorite character probably was DJ. I like DJ. Yeah. She was, because I can relate to her age and stuff like that. And then I also like DJ's friend. The one who always stunk.
Oh, Kimmy Gibbler.
Kimmy Gibbler. They're like, Kimmy, you stink. Stuff like that,
Yeah.
Favorite episode. This is so hard for me. I feel like this is hard. Okay.
Well, you gotta answer.
Favorite episode. is going to have to be DJ. When they were fighting over the room, I think they were fighting over their room and whose room it was supposed to be, and like she didn't want her in the room and stuff like that.
Oh, Stephanie and DJ.
Stephanie and DJ,
Yeah.
just how they would fight and stuff like that.
Wow.
And then also like I think the episodes when she got a boyfriend and stuff because like I'm going through that in teen life and stuff. Yeah.
Wow. The Full House is so funny. Like, people got so many things for Full House. The one thing that stands out to me the most in Full House now looking at it was there were two entrepreneurs inside the house, Joey and Jesse. Jesse was a jingle writer, worked for his own, and I think he was working for some companies here and there, but his stress always came in that he had to finish a jingle. I had to finish this jingle. Where Joey was a stand-up comedian, and he didn't work for anybody until they got together and they were doing jingles together. I don't really remember that, but that was always the thing that stood out. Like, wow, they got their own business. They do their own thing. Whereas Bob or Dad, I forgot his name. What was
Bob
his name?
Savage. I don't know his name.
But he was a weatherman, right? Was he a weatherman? Or he worked on the news or something
did
like
something.
that? Yeah, but yeah, I always remember that. They were, wow, you guys are entrepreneurs. You work
I
for
always
yourself.
remember too that they always made it like any situation. It always had like they either got through it through music or dancing,
Yeah.
something fun to lighten the mood of like what the girls were going through because they're these guys trying to figure it out. You know,
Yeah.
like oh god, trying to figure this out.
Oh,
And how
man.
overprotective they would try to be like if a boy came over and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. All
All
right.
right. Oh.
Keep going on. What else you got? I got some good ones inside here. Let's do it.
Oh, okay. Keenan and Cal.
I actually have to pass. I've never watched that show.
You never watched that.
I've
okay.
never watched Kenan. That's so crazy. I watched Good Burger. So, I mean, that was that. But isn't that the show? I never saw the show.
I never watched it either. Okay,
Yeah.
what about Smart Guy?
Oh my God, he's a smart guy. All right, so Smart Guy was cool. He was, of course, he was younger than us, right?
Yeah.
He was younger. I did watch it. All right. Favorite characters, I don't know. But again, the episode or the show was about this. I don't even know what grade he was in, but he was extremely smart. I think he was skipped, right?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's Tia and Tamara's brother.
Yeah, it was Tia and Tamara's brother, but Smart Guy came out. He was skipped, if I'm not mistaken, because he was really brilliant. But he was just navigating through the fact of the matter is that he was younger than a lot of his peers, and he was placed in the situations that was so far advanced to where he should be. In other words, it was Doogie Howser, MD, just reinvented for a different demographic and also generation. That's exactly what it was. Because Doogie Howser, yeah. So again, I don't have a favorite episode. I really couldn't tell you. Yeah, but I just remember that about it. Favorite characters, not really.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to pass on that one. Man,
All right,
you got
Micah.
me. All right. So next one, let's see. I got 40 of these here. Nope, we're not gonna do that one. Oh, Blossom.
Oh, okay. Joey. I like Joey. But Blossom. Blossom again, teenage girl going through life issues. They all kind of had the same like storylines and stuff like that. You know, everybody's going through their issues. Blossom was quirky and like I always remember her with her hat, the flower and stuff like that.
Yep.
She was smart and stuff like that. And Joey, the brother, was always like very doofy and
He was a jock.
he was a jock, but you know, so that was funny. They didn't have a mom in the house. I don't remember if they had a mom.
I can't remember either.
Yeah, I think it was like the dad raising them or something like that. And then she had that best friend. Favorite character?
That was 6.
6.
That her best friend was 6. Yep.
Thanks,
Man,
'cause I didn't
random.
remember. Favorite character would have to be Joey. Like he was just funny. He was like this, you know, doofy kind of guy. Always had a joke. What was his favorite line? Was it whoa something? I don't know. He had a whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Favorite episode. Oh, these are hard for me. Games are hard for me. Favorite episode. What is my favorite episode? It's like trying to go back in the time.
I'm
machine.
saying.
Oh, help me.
I can't tell you. There was a lot of them. But I actually don't have a favorite episode of Blossom. This is on you.
Like, I
It's
don't
not
have
on
a
me.
favorite
This is on
episode
you.
of Blossom. Just Joey. I think him trying to figure out life and just always, you know, just doing something stupid. Like that was just it. It was just funny watching him do something stupid and trying to figure it out. So
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right, your turn. Okay. Sister.
All right. So sister was about two twin sisters. Again, like we said, they all got the same premise: navigating life's challenges and going through high school. Because I think they were going from junior high to high school, or maybe the high school. I don't know. But I think the biggest thing for them was the whole idea behind it was twins trying to figure out who their identity is. Really, meaning. One was into one thing, one was into the other, but then they all came together because they were into like the same stuff. One was smart, and one was just like just get past, kind of in a way. So that was that. Favorite character out of that was for sister, it was it Tia or Tamara?
Or Reg? Was it Raj? Raj.
Yes, that was my favorite character, which was really Marquise Houston from what's the name of Batman from Immature. I liked Raj. Raj was kind of like, I like the fact that like they showed his progression because he was just out of it. He was like, huh? Oh my God. But he was in love with both of them.
Yeah.
But
he couldn't believe there was two.
He was like,
oh my God,
there's two of you guys. But then I liked as time went on, like he started growing up too. And they were like, then I think one of them start liking him or no? I could be wrong. Yeah, but I like Raj. Raj was kind of like, I would say Raj was kind of clueless like me. Yeah. I was so clueless. Like growing up, I was just there. I had some type of street smarts, but I was just there. They were like, okay, you don't get anything, do you? Favorite episode from Sister. Because I like Jack A. I like Jack A too. That was the mom. Wow, I actually do not have a favorite episode.
Really? When he bought her flowers and was trying to take her on a date and finally got her, he came to the door and the dad was like, I have flowers and I don't know.
No, sorry.
Okay.
I just don't have one. Maybe I can't remember that far back. I do remember when the brother came on a few times because he was on the show as well, smart guy. Or whatever their brother was. He made an appearance, but yeah, I don't have a favorite.
I just remember them running when they first found each other and they were like in a department store and they were like, wait, you look like me. Oh my God, you look like me. And stuff like that. Yeah. And it was just cool how they were able to blend. It was the first blended family that we saw on TV. They actually came together, live under one roof, and it wasn't anything like weird about it. They were just there. They wanted the best for the girls and to raise them together to know each other. So that was pretty cool.
Wow. All right. So last one. Is that 6? I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going further on down the list. They got some weird stuff. I don't know. Maybe you watched this from 1996 to 2004. Hey Arnold.
Really? Pass.
Pass. All right, so it was a cartoon. It was a TV show, though, right? All right, let's go to another one. Let's go for.
I just remember Hey Arnold had a big head.
Yeah, he did.
Like a football-looking head.
Wow, there are some things on here. I don't even know what these episodes were.
Let me give you my list here.
Hold on. Wait. I got one. This is from 1993 to 1996. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Let's go.
Several passes.
No.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
Can you take my list? I have a better list.
Oh, man.
Your list sucks. Here.
Okay. Here. All right. I got it. Hold on. Let me see.
Your list sucks, sir.
This is great. No, this is great. Okay, let's see. All right.
Look, I even got cute pictures to it.
You actually do. Here's a good one. I don't know. This ran for 7 seasons. Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Oh, okay. That was about a girl who had superpowers, kind of like she was a witch.
She was a witch.
But she was a good witch. Could, I don't remember, like she could do things, but she was also navigating her life through high school and stuff like that and trying to figure that out. I don't remember how she became a witch, like her family's a witch.
They were sisters.
Was it?
Yeah, remember they were 2 sisters and they were witches and they were like, oh my gosh, she has was it 2 sisters?
Was it like a play on what's that show back in like the 80s, like the other show She was
Bewitched.
Bewitched. Was
Yeah,
it something like
I think
that?
it was. I think it was. I think it was a play into that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Is
Can
it
you
safe to
give me
say that
one
you know?
like Friends or
All right, let's do Friends because that was gonna be the next one that I asked. Friends. And then,
gosh,
oh, I'm gonna give you back your phone. Here you go.
Friends. Okay.
Friends. Yes, hers is Friends. Let's gonna see Friends.
I started watching Friends really later in life.
Mm.
Like I didn't watch it when it first came out, but it was just about friends who were going through life, and they would always meet in that coffee shop, and have their inside jokes. And this was more to teach us how life was outside of like when you graduated college
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Nobody was married at the time. Monica and them were dating but weren't married. Then you had Joey again, who was the
Joey Tribbiani.
he was like the friend who was weird, funny, didn't get the jokes, did he have a job?
He did. He started acting at one point.
He was acting. So you have that friend who wants to be an actor. Favorite episode? Oh, Chandler, that was it. When Monica and Chandler finally started like dating, and I think they got married, and then they had a baby and stuff like that. I don't know. Gosh, my favorite character was Joey because he was just like doofy. He was so doofy and so funny. So I like Joey because he was just funny.
Wow.
And also, what was the other one? The long blonde hair girl.
Phoebe.
Phoebe.
Yeah,
was
Phoebes.
funny.
Yeah, because Phoebes and Joey dated at one point too.
Did they date?
Yes. How was it? How you like the show? You don't even know they dated. Phoebe and what's her name? Joey had a thing.
I'm failing at this.
Yeah.
I'm so bad at this. I tell you, don't put me on a team when y'all have games because I'm bad. Like you'll pull my card every time.
Wow.
Okay. And then what else? Would I let my kids watch it? Probably not.
No.
Not this one.
Yeah, probably not this one.
What was your favorite episode?
Out of what's the name when Phoebe made this? I know this is so weird, so random. When she made the what's the name, Smelly Cat, when they because it was the Daily Perk. I think that was the name. But when she made Smelly Cat, Smelly, and then they was taking it far. I think she made a music video for it too. Hey, it's not your fault. I don't know that
because she would always say outside with the guitar.
Yes, she used to always like have a jingle for something. So like that's the funny thing. So for me, it's always a song for everything.
Yes.
So Phoebe and I like stood like as far as like I related to her. I can't play the guitar or anything like that, but everything is a song or hum or a jingle. So that's where not Joey, but Jesse from Full House. That's where it came in. But everything was like, oh, we're going to the store. Like I'm singing about the store or humming about the store. So when Phoebe always had her guitar and she used to play things like kind of like in medieval times when it had like, I forgot what it's called. A person, I don't know, that's not a fiddler.
Gesture?
A gesture, yeah. And the gesture was like, the king is going down the thing.
Everything is a song.
It is.
He will sing you a song.
I will.
All right. Well, that was fun.
It was fun. What can I get one more? Well, just one. No, for me, this is my favorite.
Okay.
And
you just want to tell your favorite. What's your
favorite by far show from the 90s that I did not watch in the 90s, but I started watching in 2000, and then I binged watched everything, and I'll still sit up today. You know what the show is. I put it on Netflix now. Seinfeld.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, I love Seinfeld. So Seinfeld is about a show about nothing. That's the crazy thing about it. Like it was sold, the pilot, Larry David said, this is going to be a show about nothing. And it literally is nothing. So it's kind of like you wake up like, all right, what are we going to do today? Yeah. So I think it's kind of like, if you really look at it, like honestly, if you really look at it, it was the origination. Is that right? Is that even? No. It was the original vlog. Is the original vlog. Seinfeld was the original vlog. Literally, it was a show about nothing. I know it was scripted. However, it was a show about nothing.
It really
like
was.
They woke up and what are they getting today? Today, Kramer is trying to park cars in the street and now he's running upstairs. Today, Elaine all of a sudden is trying to get an apartment from someone and needs George's help. It was about George Costanza figuring out that he wants to work for the Yankees and now he's like has George Steinbrenner on Seinfeld, or he just started a company, Vandalay Industry. It was a show about absolutely nothing. And that's exactly what a vlog is.
And because I remember those episodes like where Elaine got tickets to some baseball game and wore the wrong hat to the baseball
Yeah,
game. And then they wanted her to take the hat off. She didn't take the hat
No,
off,
she
got
didn't wanna
kicked
take the hat.
out,
Yep.
you know, stuff like that. It
Yeah,
was funny.
and what I liked about Seinfeld, and I know again I watched it later outside of the 90s, and like I still watch it today. They had all like real like baseball players. They had like Keith Hernandez because it took place in New York, and they had Keith Hernandez when he was playing for the Mets. They had Darryl Strawberry on there at one point. They had John, was it John Vanderlei? I can't remember. With John Voight. John Voight bit George's pencil and he wanted to keep the pencil. It's gonna worth a lot of money. He bit my pencil. I'm like, just the most random thing. I know. It's so weird, but it like that is the one show that you could watch. And it really didn't have a lot of seriousness to it.
Yeah, I like shows like that too. I like shows that I could just pick up and watch and doesn't have to like, you don't have to have watched the episodes before.
Yeah,
to understand it.
it's really nice.
It's
You
like
just-
easy TV.
It is
like background
absolutely easy
noise
TV.
is
Yeah.
on, and you just have it on.
But you get into it, you're like, okay, this is funny. But my favorite character, it was several. It was clearly George, but it was George's father.
Oh yeah.
He was, oh my God, him when he's going at it with Elaine, when he's going at it with Kramer, but he just had this like Del Boca Vista. He was from, I believe he's from New York, but he moved to Florida, and then had that his brother, which was like that shady uncle. He was like, come on, it's a Cadillac. You know, just things like that. That my friends, when I was growing up, my brother and my friends, like that was all. We all had somebody's personality. And my friend Greg, you remember Greg? Greg was George. Greg didn't make any sense out of anything, but he was so like passionate about so many things. So like, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. Well, my brother James was Jerry because he was like kind of like the glue for everything. And he was just so calm. He was like, that makes no sense. But him and Greg used to always go, I'm like, this is literally Jerry and George right here in front of us. Even Larry used to say that. He was like, oh my God, this like, you're George and you're Jerry. This is exactly what it is. Funny. So yeah. But anyway.
Wait, mine is the Gilmore
Oh,
Girls.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Oh. Uh-huh.
So I didn't watch this until like last year, actually. I binge watched it on Netflix. And I'm really sad that they didn't make any more episodes because I want to see like what happened for the Gilmore Girls. I
Oh,
don't
well,
know.
that was in 2000s though.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I didn't watch it when it came out. But then it came out on Netflix, and I was bored one day, and I was like, oh my God, this is really good. And I was really sad. Then they brought it back, and then they stopped. Like, when the daughter, I can't think of her name, got pregnant, Rory got pregnant, and I was like, oh my God. But it was the first time that you saw, like, this rich, wealthy white family who daughter got knocked up in high school, end up having a baby. You know, you didn't really see that, you know, and it was like, wow. But so many of the episodes that Rory went through, I was like, oh my gosh, I wish I would have watched this when I was her age, you know, like when it came out, because it probably could help me through things that I was going through. But it was a really cute like show of a mom and daughter who stuck together, who were like going through life, kind of growing up together. You know, her mom was like her best friend. And Rory was just like this good girl, you know, who, you know, like did the right thing, had dreams of going to college, but had these rich grandparents, but she wasn't influenced by the rich grandparents because she didn't want to live that lifestyle. But then liked the taste of that lifestyle when she tasted it a little bit and was like, oh, I could see myself kind of living this lifestyle. But then went back to reality. It was just really a good show. And I was like, dang, why did I watch this? And then I was so mad at Netflix because you brought it back. Like you were going to, you know, redo this whole thing. And then you stopped.
The interest wasn't there.
Gilmore Girls, Rory got pregnant, and I was like, oh, what's gonna happen? Is she gonna like tell the dad? Is she gonna what's gonna happen? No. Just stopped it. Stupid. Okay.
Well,
anyway.
Guys, in the comments, I want you guys to leave it. What was your favorite show from the 90s? Like, did we miss anything? Like, what was your favorite show of the ones that we didn't know? Because there was a lot on this list that I had no idea.
Like Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Well, I used to watch Buffy.
I didn't watch that.
Oh, man. It had Charmed on there, too.
Step by Step.
Step by Step, Day by Day.
Felicity.
You never watched Step by Step?
No, I didn't watch Felicity. I didn't watch Step by Step.
Felicity.
Are You Afraid of the Dark? Did you watch that?
Yeah, like 1 or 2 times, yeah.
My So-Called Life. Did you watch that?
No. No, wait. Wasn't that on MTV? Oh, no.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Let's see what else. I don't know. Dawson's Creek. Did you watch that?
No, because it was between Dawson's Creek and it was one that was like a rival to Dawson's Creek. Wasn't it Melrose Place?
I don't know. Well, there's Melrose Place, Party of Five.
Yeah, and then Melrose Place Party of Five was like the rival to. There was a lot of shows that was like about the same thing. It was just who were you not down with? Who was your tribe? You
What
know.
was Saved by the Bell? When did that come out? Was that 90s?
I have no idea. I didn't see it pull up. Maybe it was 2000. No,
No.
it was not
No.
because we were watching it before. I don't
That
know.
might have been 80s.
It could have been 80s, but Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Shut up.
All right,
Anywho,
guys.
thanks for watching.
Thanks
Tell
for
us your
watching.
favorite show. All right.
Until
later.
next time.